What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm filming this like an hour before it's going up. Crazy day at work, forgot to film on the way home. So yeah, you guys are getting this little tidbit right here. Now, what is today's topic? This is a really good one. I get this one asked quite a bit, and I actually had someone message me yesterday about it, and I figured what better time than now to post this. So today's topic, how to buy an 0304 Cobra for cheap. Now, I'm using cheap, in quotation marks there, because there's really no such thing as a cheap 0304 Cobra. I would rather say inexpensive, but even then, depending on who you are and where you're at in life, that might not fit the bill. So, for those that don't know, I have an 03 Cobra. I picked it up in August of 2020. I got a ridiculously good deal. Mine is a black coupe. It has 80,000 miles, still does. Full bolt-ons, solid rear axle swap, has a few other little things here and there, but I paid only $13,500 for mine. And again, clean title, running, driving, there was no issues, not a roller. From all the research I've done, that is the cheapest clean title under sub 100,000 miles car that's been sold in the past couple of years. So that's definitely a crazy deal. I had someone reach out to me. I think they said they paid 10, but it was a Sonic Blue Vert. I forgot. It was a Vert, but it had over 150,000 miles and they paid 10. So I'm like, okay, it's kind of apples to apples, but it was more apples to oranges because a Vert usually sells for less than a coupe, even though brand new the Verts were more expensive. But nonetheless, you guys are here to hear about how can you get one for less money than what you're seeing right now. Number one, most important one, guys, you need to have the cash available. You need the funds. If you're someone that sees an ad posted and then you go to the bank and you try to go through the process and either, if you have the money, withdraw it, or if you're trying to get a loan, odds are you're too late. These cars, as you guys can tell, they're here, they're sold, they're gone. There's such a high demand for them. So you need to be one of the first people to get a hold of the seller, and you need to have the money in hand ready to go. Now, a lot of people you hear of like Lightstream and things, and that's like a personal loan you can get to go get these cars, because most traditional banks aren't gonna lend on them because they're older and the book value is nowhere near what the actual market value is going for. So again, you really want to make sure you have the funds and everything figured out prior to finding the right deal, because there's nothing worse than finding the right car and then by the time you try to get the financing and things figured out, the car sells. So that's my number one tip. Number two is don't be afraid to look in places that most people don't look. So for example, like look at OfferUp, look at Craigslist. Craigslist is huge. And you're probably thinking, okay, cool, let me go check the nearest city by me and nothing pops up, I go about my day. No, guys, cars are worth traveling for, specifically if you have your spec in mind. So that kind of goes along with my next thing I was gonna say, is that you really wanna make sure you know what you're getting yourself into and which car you want. You wanna make sure you know what color, what interior you want. Do you want a solid rear axle swap? You wanna make sure you know all the mechanical records. You wanna make sure it's in good shape. So there's a lot that goes on to these cars because they're extremely expensive and they're not a dime a dozen. Like there's very little out there. So make sure you get the one you want and make sure you know what you want before you look. Because if you look, you're gonna opt for a zinc yellow Vert thinking you got a smoking hot deal, and then you're gonna find out, oh my gosh, everyone hates me because it's a zinc yellow Vert. Just kidding, for all you zinc yellow guys, I'm sorry. But nonetheless, make sure you get the one you want and do your research about that. But back to like the Craigslist, you want to look at all different areas. These cars are worth going and getting. You'll probably save several $1,000s by looking in different areas. And let's say airfare costs you $250. Come on, save $3,000, spend $250 for a flight. It definitely is worth it that way. Now, if I were personally to do that, I was lucky enough, my good friend Nick, shout out to you, Nick, you're usually watching these videos. I was fortunate enough that he has a truck and a trailer, so we got my car from Iowa, and that was about a 3.5, 4 hour drive, so it wasn't too bad. It's not like we had to fly or anything. So I knew I could get the car and we could trailer at home. Whereas if you're flying somewhere, make sure you get like a pre-purchase inspection lined up. I don't know if you want to do that through Ford or like a mechanic. Do some research there, but make sure the car gets looked at, because these cars are extremely expensive to fix, and the last thing you want is to get stranded in your new car that has issues and this, that, and the other. I've heard a lot of horror stories about people buying these Cobras and immediately running into issues. So you want to kind of know what you're getting yourself into prior. Another thing is like Marketplace. So the key with Marketplace is that there's so many people on it that you're kind of at a disadvantage. Same goes for like Facebook groups, like Terminator, like for sale groups, is because you have thousands of people that are already getting notifications on that. So as soon as something gets, posted, you already have a dozen set of eyes on it. So that's why I like checking some of the other platforms like OfferUp, forums, things of that nature, because it's less likely that a ton of people are going to be on there. But you never know. Sometimes people are, you know, in a pinch and life happens and they got to get rid of the car quick. And Facebook, they'll put it up for a good price and boom, you could get one there. So yeah, guys, it's kind of like my little short tutorial on how to get a Cobra for, you know, less money. Granted, you know, again, inexpensive really isn't true anymore. I don't think too many people are getting these cars for sub 20,000, and even then those cars are probably either rollers or extremely high mileage, have issues, this, that, and the other. Again, my best suggestion, do as much research as you can before you buy one, because the more you know, it's going to save you a huge headache and probably a lot of money in the long run. So yeah, guys, again, sorry, keeping this one short and sweet. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to drop a like and give me a, you know, maybe a subscribe, you know, but you know, I know you guys are missing the content, and I have some stuff backlogged from, you know, this past fall that I've been posting with the Cobra, but hopefully here in like 5-6 weeks, you know, hopefully sooner, but can't count on it here in the Midwest. Get the car back out, got some stuff coming for that, so that'll be pretty cool. Some small little mods here and there, nothing too crazy, but spice it up a little bit. Been looking at some different wheels and tires and whatnot, so we will see. Got some cool stuff coming, but nonetheless, I appreciate all you guys for watching these videos, and I will see you guys Wednesday for the upload. So much love, guys. Take it easy. What is oh shit. Oh, this is gonna be a long one.
That's what she said.
Oh shit.